Hi everyone. Hope you all are doing great during these bearish times. Bitcoin is down 1% today. Not so much considering previous year. But I wanted to do a quick video on why I believe the macro bottom for Bitcoin could be in. But first, let me check on the weekly chart for Bitcoin. And what do we see? So the weekly chart is very simple to check. You look for higher lows, which is here, here, and we had one here. Now, if you look closer, the new low, the new local low here is slowly coming very close to the previous low. So it remains to see whether this will close below uh, the 21,300 level here. But we also see higher highs up and here, which is good. And if Bitcoin is able to hold it here as support and move even higher, then it should confirm the trend continuation of the weekly uptrend. Now, March is usually a bearish month, so I'm at least expecting some choppy sideways price action before actually going higher. And the year 2023 is expected to be choppy as well, so it's possible after we get a new high, Bitcoin could easily drop back down again to the 20k level. Okay, but for now, everything seems intact. And let's discuss some on-chain data to check on why I believe the macro bottom could be in. Well, first of all, we have the accumulation distribution indicator. Let me go to this month. And what's important to note is each time we see the red line come sloping up again, let me zoom in. And this happened for the first time uh, since March, actually, that it started to slope up. Uh, Looking back at history, each time the indicator started to slope up, we knew the macro bottom was in. So we had 2019 here. You can see it started to slope up, and Bitcoin didn't had a new low after. So the low was actually the month before. All right. If we go to the cycle before here, right. So when did it start to slope up? It was this month in July 2015, and the bottom was already in here. Okay. And we're seeing the same pattern on the other side. So when um, the accumulation indicator started to slope down, it meant the top was in. So here it started to slope down, and we know the top was a few months before. Same for the 2017 top, which was here in December, but the indicator started to slope down in March. So we knew the top was definitely in. And the same happened recently. Well, actually, it started to slope down in July 21, but most people consider the top in April the more important top. And the top in November was actually less indicative compared to the top in April. But I just wanted to show you that um, the red line started to slope up this month, meaning there is a high probability that the macro bottom is in for Bitcoin continuing. All right. The next chart is looking at the monthly stochastics. And what's interesting to note, whenever the stochastic is starting to slope up again, it actually means that the macro bottom is in. So we had this 3 times so far. Well, 2 times confirmed, and now the monthly stochastics in December started to slope up. And what's also interesting is you can basically connect these these bottoms with sort of a trend line just to show you it's bouncing off this trend line too. All right, so this low is was done in January 2019, meaning the low was already in, and the low was actually in November. And same happened in 2015. All right, and the low was already in. So now it happened in December 2022, and I believe Bitcoin had a low here in November 2022. All right, so that's another indicator suggesting the macro bottom could be in. Then we have the MVR score, and it's actually very simple. Whenever the indicator starts to go out of the green zone, it should mean Bitcoin won't make another new low. So let's go check this out from the start in 2015. So Bitcoin the MVR score started to exit the green zone in November 2015 here, and we never saw low again. The time after was in 2019 March, and Bitcoin never went below the low of December 2018. Okay, and now what we're seeing, Bitcoin is actually starting to flirt and not really exiting already, I believe. So it went out of the green zone, okay, and now it's actually back. So what we want to see is Bitcoin its MVR score exiting the green zone and staying above this zone to make sure the macro bottom is in. All right. And then we have the pi cycle indicator, which is both for indicating the top or the bottom of Bitcoin. So last time it said the pi cycle high was in um, April 2021, and in 2018 it had a cross of both moving average 2 indicating the top, and I believe in 2013 it actually crossed 2 times, so in April and in December. All right. And then when uh, this indicator shows the pi cycle low, it also usually means the um, low should be in. Looking at 2018, they crossed back below each other, and it marked the pi cycle low pretty much on the same week, I believe. And now, if we go at recent data, the pi cycle low indicator said the low was somewhere here in July. Now we know Bitcoin went lower in November with the FTX drama. Okay. And if you look at the pi cycle high, it's kind of the same story. So it had a first high, the pi cycle high flashed a signal, but then a few months later, in November, it made a new high. And you can see the pi cycle indicator had also a cross here. But this could suggest that, well, that's Susie, my dog. So this could suggest that we have the same pattern where Bitcoin made a low here, and then a few months later, another low, and indicating that we now should be close to the macro bottom. All right. Now, Bitcoin being close to the macro bottom doesn't mean Bitcoin and altcoins are bottomed as well. I actually believe Bitcoin is bottomed, has bottomed, but most altcoins didn't. And we can see on the Bitcoin dominance, also on the weekly chart, it has been making higher lows and higher highs. All right. And there is a strong support where it used to bounce in September, January, and 2021 September. But the risk is for altcoins to underperform Bitcoin in the next few months. And I believe Bitcoin could at least come back to the 50 level here and maybe break a bit higher. Okay, I'm hoping even a bit higher since the portfolio is Bitcoin heavy. So that's why I'm still cautious in adding altcoins, because the dominance is now in a clear uptrend since August 2022. All right. So that's it for my update on why I believe the Bitcoin macro bottom could be in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the descriptions in the video where I have services and products that might interest your investing journey, and make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.